Welcome to day one of our trip through the New Testament. We're going to be reading chapter by chapter, day by day, except for Sundays. We'll leave that for Pastor Bob, but we're going to be reading through Matthew starting today. And so we'll be in Matthew chapter 1. And it's an interesting thing about Matthew. He was a tax collector, also known by the name Levi. And the book of Matthew is one of the only Gospels authored by an apostle. And so Matthew, because he was a tax collector, was fluent in reading and writing Greek. And so it was said that when Matthew was called, he left everything behind except for his pen and paper, which is why we could probably find in Matthew chapter 5 a more complete and thorough telling of the Sermon on the Mount. And so Matthew was very thorough in his writing, and it shows very much so in the opening to the book here, the genealogy of Jesus. And so here's what it says. Now, and genealogies can get a little bit daunting, so we're going to go through this pretty quickly. So it says, this is a record. Jacob was the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary. Mary gave birth to Jesus, who is called the Messiah. Okay, there's a lot of names to read. I know it's day one. You're like, wow, genealogy, fun stuff. But it's pretty cool because Matthew gives the genealogy of Jesus through the line of his stepdad, Joseph. And then in Luke, we see the genealogy of Jesus through Mary. And I think it's interesting we get two different perspectives. And I think it's a good reminder that it's not bloodlines that make us family in God's family. It is bloodshed. And we know that Jesus shed his blood so that we could be called children of God and we could be adopted into his family. And so I think it's pretty cool that Matthew starts here with someone in the genealogy of a stepdad who he's not blood related to, but later on he can be called God's children through the blood of the Son. And so in 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 18 through 19, it says, "For you know that it was not with perishable things, such as silver or gold, that you were redeemed from the empty way of life handed down to you from your ancestors, but with the precious blood of Christ, a lamb without blemish or defect." And so in diving into Matthew chapter 1, something that stuck out to me is that, again, it's not bloodlines that make us family, it's bloodshed.